Okay, hey guys. So I'm outside and I'm filming with my phone today because it's a lot more portable, and I'm outside on my trampoline again, as you can see by the netting behind me. Anyway, so today, before I start on what I'm going to be talking about, I would just like to put on the record of how forgetful I am. I went to go make cookies earlier and I preheated the oven and I forgot that it was on for 2 hours. The oven was literally preheating for 2 hours. Unlike my old house, the oven does not make a beep when it gets done preheating, so that's probably why I forgot. So the oven was on for an hour, maybe 2, and I just put the cookies in, so I hope that I don't forget that those are in there. So, I'm inside, and I'm just gonna put this clip, right here. I forgot that the cookies were in there. I didn't forget, but, I didn't think that they were gonna be burnt, but as soon as I finished filming, I went inside, and apparently they were burnt. My sister was just like, "You forgot the cookies," and I'm just like, "Oops, I'm sorry." They weren't, burnt, but they were, slightly overdone, so, yeah, that happened. Let's get to today's topic. So today I'm going to be talking about scoliosis. Now, first of all, scoliosis, cars. Okay, scoliosis is when your spine is curved either in an S shape or a C shape. I've not seen pictures with people with C shapes before, so I'm not sure how that looks or how that works. I was diagnosed with scoliosis on July 14th, 2015, so 3 years ago. I'm not good with times and stuff, but that was roughly 2 or 3 years ago. I remember I went to the doctor's office for a regular checkup, I think for a physical or something, for school, for the new school year, and because I was about to go into high school and they need all that stuff. And so, yeah, I can't remember what the doctor led to, but he was just like, "Can you go ahead and bend over for me?" And I was like, okay. So I bent over and touched my toes, and he was just like, "You might have scoliosis." And I'm just like, what? Because the previous year in 8th grade, here in the US, they do the screenings for scoliosis, every year at school. And 8th grade, they were just like, "No, you're fine, go back to class." And I was like, cool. Months later, "Hey, you might have scoliosis." But I'm an actual doctor, so yeah. So they gave me this, I think, pink or white piece of paper, and it was for me to go to get x-rays whenever I could. So me and my mom went, and I guess we booked a date or something a couple weeks later. And I went to this place downtown where I live, and we just kind of sat there for about 40 minutes waiting, and waiting, and waiting. And eventually we were called back. I put on these weird shorts that don't have a tag, so I was like, "Are these backwards? I don't think it matters." They had me stand still in front of this machine. I could not breathe at all. And then they were like, "Okay, we're done." And then I went back to the room, and we waited, and waited, and waited, and then they came back and they were like, "Yeah, you have scoliosis." So for somebody to get diagnosed with scoliosis, the curve has to be 10 degrees or higher, and at the time I had a 14.3 degree curve, and it was in between my shoulder blades, because the doctor said, one of my shoulder blades, I think it's this one, that's higher than the other, but not much. 14 degrees isn't that much. I think for a back brace, you need to have at least 25, and surgery it has to be 52 or more in order for the spinal correction, where they put metal rods on either side of your spine and screw rods and screws into your spine. So, yeah, they were just like, "Okay, well, we're gonna have to keep checking up on this, and so here's a thing, come back in 6 months." And so I was like, "Okay, bye." Flash forward 6 months later, and I went in there, we waited, we got the x-rays. 2 seconds later I was back in the room because it didn't take that long. And they were just like, "Okay, well, since you haven't grown, it hasn't gotten any worse, it was still 14 point something. and they were just like, okay, we'll see you in a year. It hasn't gotten any worse. So this was, I think, December 2015, early. I think it was like February 2016, because I remember going home from school early, somewhere there, so yeah. And now here I am today. I'm supposed to go get more x-rays sometime in July. I think my mom scheduled it for July 5th of this year, which is 2017, which is in like 3 or 4 months. I'm not good with time. Here recently, I've been feeling weird whenever I walk, so it's like I can tell it's uneven. Like the lower part of my back, probably like right before like my butt or whatever, it like, I can feel it. It's like really uneven. I can't describe it, but it's like I can feel it. It's uneven whenever I go to walk, and it's just super uncomfortable and everything. And I feel like my shoulders are uneven as well, and like my hips and everything. I just feel like everything just looks worse. I haven't had much pain, like the general pain you'd associate with, oh my god, your spine's curved, are you in pain? No, not in much pain. Not as much pain as you'd think I would be, so I don't know. I had pain for like a solid week straight, and so I went to the doctors, and they were just like, okay, well, we'll start you with physical therapy, because even if I wasn't in much pain, it would help for the future of my scoliosis. That way it doesn't get worse in the future, even though I'm probably sure it did. But yeah. So I started that late December, and I'm still doing it. I had physical therapy on Friday. Today is Sunday, and I go back Tuesday, but like I said, I have a doctor's appointment Monday, so I'm going to be asking if I just need to like show up anymore or not, because if not, then I'm done. So yeah. That was my scoliosis story. Obviously, it's not much, because, you know, I haven't had like the big surgery. Oh, I can walk again and stuff like that, but you know, hopefully I won't ever have to do that. But I probably will put up another video as soon as I get done with the doctors tomorrow. I'm not sure. I might just put it in with this one today, so I just don't know what I'm gonna do. But yeah, I'll see you guys later. Bye.